What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here and Jake.
What's up?
For Impact, we are live with round number 2. We've got Mike on Dimir versus Chris on Dimir. It's Dimir.
It's Dimir.
Yeah, so both players are 1-0. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon, and set it to all so you don't miss out on content like this. Also, if you're watching on Twitch and you're new here, hit that follow button and consider subscribing. You get some access to some pretty sweet emotes, ad-free viewing, and of course, probably the nicest part is you get access to the videos as soon as we're done. As the Thoughtseize comes through, make sure to hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs, as well as make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Thank you all so much. Let's get started. Jake, I mean, this is a coin toss, right?
I mean, this just depends on who draws better, who plays better, who's got what, who's got the Kaido first. Honestly, I think that's what it comes down to, really, is who has Kaido number 1. And Chris got his Kaido Thoughtseize, so that is really bad in this matchup. So I will say, though, Mike starting off with the turn 1 Swamp is always a little rough. The basic Swamp is the worst land in Dimir because it makes it so you can't counterspell.
What are they talking about flashbanging?
They're talking about that Thoughtseize was really bright and glaring on the lights, and it was hard to see. I think C's often gets auto corrected to size when you are typing on a mobile platform. So I understood what Crimson was saying. You may not.
So every couple of videos in our YouTube comments, somebody mentions getting flashbanged. I don't know.
Talking about foils. The only way to play Magic.
Or are they talking about the intro? Like, I don't know. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining us. We've got 50 strong right now, so y'all the real MVPs tonight.
Let's go.
As a reminder, we do stream each and every single Friday at 7 p.m. The foil card under the camera. Oh, yeah. It happens, you know. The lighting, I am happy with the lighting situation. It used to be really bad.
It was awful. So... it was just not working out. I want to see if we could get like a 4-pod commander, how that would look with lighting, because there's lighting also on the rig, right?
Yeah. So we have done commander there. I mean, if you look on our YouTube channel, there are some commander matches. I'm going the wrong way with this life total, but and there is a little bit of a blind spot on the, I guess it'd be the person next to Chris, where they would be. But that's because there's a light right above that half of the table. And it's something we can't really.
We are just going to have to ask Magic players to not play with sleeves.
Yeah, just don't play with sleeves. I mean, that's pretty easy. Double face cards, forget it.
Then you got this with the little insert cards, and then you have your
legit flashbang.
Inquisition Code's like in the graveyard for Mike. That's a new one. I haven't seen Dimir run Mike might be playing a little more hand hate than most Dimir, which I don't think is wrong. I think that hand disruption is kind of getting a little more important in Modern. I don't know. Decks are so redundant now. Man, Mike will not let Chris play the game here. Chris can respond with a counterspell, and Mike's going to respond with a force.
Oh, man. No eating here tonight.
Nope. Mike is not going to let anything Chris does stick around. Chris, though, does have a Murktide in hand, and if Mike keeps blowing all his removal on Chris's little stuff, there's not going to be... He's not going to have a way to deal with his Murktide, though. I think he's got a Brazen Borrower, which... That does deal with the Murktide once.
Yeah. Pretty well, but is in a...
precarious situation.
It's just not a long-term solution.
Mike's not letting us see what he has in hand at all.
And Mike says go. Passes back.
Chris was a subtlety. 3 mana. Exile some cards from the graveyard. We gonna play this Urky Murky? Even the Kaido in there. Not sure if there's any way you can get that back, but Murktide with two counters. 1, 2. I don't know.
What's up, Twisted Meddler? How are you doing tonight? Yep, Frog v Frog. That's right.
Petty Fifth gonna bounce the Murktide. Chris thinking. Nope. Back to the hand.
On an adventure.
Flashing the Bowmasters. Will Chris respond with a push? He will. The Bowie boys are down. Still leaves the token.
Doing well. Always enjoy watching Modern. Yeah, it's definitely a great format.
Thoughtseize. Ooh, we're gonna take that Murktide now. Depending on what Chris has in hand. He's got a subtlety. I know he's got a subtlety. He has a Murktide. We'll figure out what number 3 is. He got double subtlety. That's what it is.
Shout out to Clipper, Unexistent, Aku, Chrysalis on Fire, and Matt Adams for those follows. What is that?
It's an Orcish Bowmaster token.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So Mike has really sweet tokens. They're like metal and really like metal. You know, they're literally metal, but they're also
Made of metal.
Yeah, they're metal.
As someone who never left the 90s, you must be loving those.
They are super metal. And it was 2010s, bro, not 90s.
Yikes, everybody.
Punk's not dead.
I think Mike drew another Inquisition. He's going to fire it off.
Oh,
Hope to hit whatever.
carving him up. Yeah, that's going to be a fatal push, but probably might as well just fire that off.
Yeah. No point in not.
Just has an orc army to hit it, would appear.
Correct, because Chris hasn't had anything.
Well, never mind.
We're going to flash in the subtlety.
Flashbang 2.0. Never mind.
Now, the way you get empty-handed here, Chris, is if you pitch your subtlety,
Subtlety.
for nothing, and then just let the subtle, and then nothing happens, and you can push the orc army or the Brazen Borrower. I don't think either's really good. I think you'd rather just flash in and block the Brazen Borrower. Or,
I feel like
the orc army is also really good.
I feel like Modern is going to get flipped on its head when Final Fantasy drops. I don't know anything that like. I know about the Commander decks. I'll be honest.
I have not seen anything in Final Fantasy that's made me like
Dimir flashbangs versus Dimir frogs. There's a frog. Speak of the devil.
I haven't seen anything in Final Fantasy that's like made me go, "Wow, I hope this is gonna break."
Dude, Atrax is in it, except it's Sephiroth.
Yeah,
that's
but
gonna
we
be
already
sick.
have Atrax.
That's gonna be sick though. Sephiroth.
I think the 3 mana
gonna cheat.
The
Okay.
3 mana Sephiroth might
I
be
need to
okay.
play Legacy and get back playing.
Just play Gristlebrand in Modern, or the Gristlebrand or whatever it is in Modern. Who is Chris? Chris is another Team Impact Gaming Center player who is absolutely a fantastic individual.
He's also a good Magic player.
He's very good.
He's made it to like several finals of our RCQs.
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder who spelled that wrong. I'll give you 3 guesses. It wasn't me.
Not my fault. I was given a bad keyboard.
Yeah, it's always blame the tools, right? Cheers. Yeah, his name's Cheers. You got to hit update, bro, or it won't update.
Thought I update. Yeah, it did. You crazy girl. Uh-oh. Harbinger of the Sea is going to turn all of Chris's lands and islands. Not like I think that's like particularly a bad thing right now for Chris. He doesn't have any black cards in hand. He's just got 2 subtleties. And the frog's already on the field.
Isn't this how you spell it? No, that's not what I meant to do.
Oh, geez, guys, I misspelled the name again. Totally my bad.
You just didn't fix it. Ah,
Oh, my
that
ears.
talk about a flashbang.
Ah, why'd you hit enter? You hit update.
That was so loud. Oh god. Cheerios.
Preordained for Chris. Looks at 2.
Ooh, Harbinger. I didn't even.
On
We didn't.
top,
I
on
didn't even.
bottom.
Did you say anything about that Harbinger?
Yes,
Ah, see, I was too
glad.
busy fixing your.
Name mistake. I'm here to know what the cards do. You're here to set up the stream.
What do you believe will make waves from Final Fantasy? I'm assuming you're talking to.
I think the new Sephiroth is probably has a chance of making it. The 3-mana one that you can sacrifice stuff and then it flips and gives you an emblem. I think that's actually kind of okay.
I thought you were talking about the
Atraxit.
Atraxit.
We already
reskin.
know how good Atraxit
I was
is.
like, a hot take there, guy. I'm just excited for Cloud. I'll be real.
Did you see someone listed Cloud for like $1 bazillion?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
And then the problem is I have to explain to my bank why I'm now 75K in debt. Flash and Brazzy B gonna block.
Ooh.
Mr. Mike, you can't push the frog. You have a Harbinger out. Or no, he has a swamp, but he tapped it. You can't. Oh, he's okay. Starting the creature spell. Sorry, I thought you almost did what he did again. Tifa seems okay. The land,
Another one.
the double power Tifa.
We talking about modern?
Niv, Run, Ziv. I don't know. I didn't play. I am not a Final Fantasy fan, so these names mean nothing to me.
Yeah, I don't. I know Final Fantasy. I remember playing Final Fantasy 1 as a kid.
I think Chris also might have tapped a fetch land for mana.
Well, it's an island, so.
Oh my gosh! Did you say anything about that Harbinger? I forgot.
I said it. I said it. You were just paying attention because you were fixing my mistake.
Jake is an island, dude. Jake's on an island right
Dude,
now.
I'm on an island. I'd rather be.
I'm on a boat, and
Dude, Missouri's getting to that point of the year where it's going to start getting like muggy and
just
humid
hot
and
as
gross.
balls.
We're going to spell snare the petty theft. That I do know. I think Ultima has a chance to be a good Final Fantasy. The destroy all artifacts and creatures end the turn.
1 to 14. Always consult the
iPad.
Well, it's not an iPad, but yeah.
The off-brand tablet that was given to us by wonderful Paul.
Yes, shout out to Paul. Shout out to Paul.
We're going to scoop them up, send it back to the booth.
Yeah, we are going to do that, aren't we? What's up, everyone?
It's late night on a Friday. It's 8:30 on a Friday. We're only around.
I gotta get to sleep soon. Murder She Wrote's almost on.
I gotta wake up tomorrow to play bingo and get the paper and go grocery shopping.
Actually, tomorrow we're having a Pokemon expanded tournament. We will be streaming it. So if you're a Pokemon fan, don't go anywhere.
Is Pokemon expanded? Is that like legacy basically for Pokemon?
It's like modern.
Okay.
It starts at like black and white and goes forward. So it's literally just
Gotcha.
like they picked an arbitrary point and was like, all right, from here forward, we're gonna
Okay, so it's not like old school Pokemon. It's like
No,
it's
not.
It's modern.
That would be
Pokemon.
base Neo. See, I'm learning about Pokemon.
Jeff is a Pokemon like
He is a master.
guru. That dude knows.
Pokemon master. He's got them all.
I'm sure he does, and the best versions, and some wild, and some probably some base set cards, and it's Jeff Blythe. And that guy's entire Magic collection is foiled Japanese cards. When I first started playing Jeff, I was like,
Korean.
He likes
They
foreign
don't,
cards.
do they make Korean cards still? I don't
Yes.
do they?
It's
You sure about that?
I think it's English. I don't. Did they cut Italian? I know it's. I think it's English. I think they cut.
I
Russian.
literally asked you.
I believe it's still Korean because they're trying to trying to expand Magic in the Asia market. So really focusing on
Trying to
Japanese.
expand it?
Yeah, like because Magic is like the third most popular game overseas in comparison to like Duel Masters, Pokemon. One Piece is
Duel
really big.
Masters?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, Duel Masters is bigger than Magic in Asian countries in comparison to North America. Like the crappy 2005 game.
That game was actually pretty sweet.
I had it for the Game Boy. I had a few cards, but I never really played it.
No, it was cool. I do remember it. Not as good as Magic, obviously, but
I don't think it's anywhere near as good as Magic, but
it's similar. It's actually really kind of. I mean, yeah, every game is Magic basically, just watered down.
Yep.
Shots fired. Pew, pew. It's true though, except for Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is like a weird, its own thing.
Yu-Gi-Oh is I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh players. I was talking.
Jake's
with
about to
buddies.
say some out-of-pocket stuff about
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh
players-
players. So if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, we apologize.
I'm not going to apologize. Your game confuses me because every time I walk by them, no one seems like they're having fun. Which you could say the same thing about Magic players, but
Definitely.
every time I walk by the Yu-Gi-Oh players, they almost never seem like they're having fun. I miss Chaotic. Such a shame. It died so legal. I feel like I remember.
Chaotic? I've never
It was
heard of that.
It was another of those like early
Here's
2000
the thought
TCGs.
seeds from Chris. A lot of removal.
But only one land.
Is that a Lorien reveal or a Stern scolding? And
It's a stern scolding.
okay.
Fool of a took.
Paradigm took. You better not be dropping any E's. I ain't been dropping any E's, sir. That was Samwise actually, but
If you enjoy short form content, be sure to check out Alex's weird little Gollum video on. Oh my god! I hope.
Okay, for the rest of the video, I'm gonna do it in Gollum's voice.
Oh,
No, I won't. I won't. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
help!
How's everybody feeling about that King of the Hill reboot? I'm stoked for that.
I am super pumped for it. King of the Hill is
Goated.
one of the. I think it's early Simpsons is better.
But it's like kind of LeBron versus MJ, right? Because like
I don't. You're using
it's
basketball quotes
difficult,
again.
right? Because King of the Hill was only on for what, like 5, maybe 7 seasons, something like that.
Let's look it up.
Simpson's still going.
Yeah,
It's LeBron, and it ain't as good as it used to be, but it's still there, and it's still putting up numbers. Top 10 anime. I don't think it
13
counts.
seasons. Ran from 97 to
Wow.
2009.
Wow. I would have not
Did you
thought
know
it was
in
13 seasons long.
King of the Hill is very
We just turned
popular.
this into like a pop culture
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
King of the Hill is incredibly popular in Japan, and there's
You
debates.
know a lot about like Asian culture, don't you?
I just learn a lot. I listen to a lot of podcasts,
Okay.
but it's very popular in Japan, and there's a big debate if it is technically more correct to watch King of the Hill in its actual American English with the voice actors or the Japanese dubbed voice actors. Which the way that we in the West talk about anime, if you're a sub or a dub watcher,
Yeah.
they're the same way
Oh, that's
about
so
King of the
funny.
Hill because it's American anime. Like I would put very few things as like American
I mean-
anime, but like it's American cartoon that is popular in other parts of the world.
There's
Same
another
with
thought, Suze.
Family Guy, same with Simpsons, same with Simpsons did it. Thankfully, I mean, if you're an American Dad enjoyer, I'm sorry, your show is worse than all of them. But
Dude, I know
Walls and Gromit in anime.
Family Guy gets a lot of hate, but those first, I mean, you could say this for almost anything, but like the first couple seasons were on point. Now, some of those jokes didn't age very well.
No,
But
Does
if
any
you were, if
comedy
you were
age well?
there in the moment, it was good.
Birding.
King of the Hill, best of all time. It was a great show. I didn't know it ran for 13 seasons. That seems. I didn't.
Well, there was like a weird cutoff where they were supposed to end the season, where they were supposed to end it earlier, but Fox, I think it is, said no, we want more, and then typical corporate fashion, they just had to keep pumping it out.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what they're doing with Simpsons now. It's just an IP at this point. Unfortunately,
It's just IP and current trends.
Yeah, there's no creative integrity.
Xavier Renegade Angel. No idea what that was.
Never heard of her.
Feels like something you might know.
No, I don't know that. Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Now that's a good show.
Sure, boy. I can do. I got
The
voices,
Meatwad
bro.
voice.
Sure, boy. What's your name, boy? Carl. Carl's the funny. Carl's one of the top 10 funniest side characters in any.
Oh, Carl's
Animation.
hilarious. His like, and just like,
Sure, boy. Fudge you. Yeah.
I love Carl. Oh, come on, Mike. Have 4 foil of the sketchbook versions.
Extra Pete. Wait, is he out?
He's got 3 of the 4 foils.
Oh.
Venture Bros was good. So I remember Super Jail.
What? How have I never heard of it?
Super Jail. That was like
sounds awesome. That
Super
sounds
Jail was
something
like I think late teens or no
Oh,
early teens,
what
like
about-
late aughts.
What about home movies?
Oh, home movies is. I mean that
so
is
good.
That's classic.
So, boy.
Super Jail was awesome. Super Jail did not make any sense.
Isn't there
Welcome-
like something Illinois or something?
I have no idea.
Also, Thundercats remake.
Was not
I
a
don't even know
Thundercats
that.
fan.
No, I didn't.
Welcome
get
to
Thundercats.
the Alex and Jake stream, where at some point we're going to divulge into talking nostalgia and not pay attention to magic.
It's true. This is
What?
just our podcast now.
Yeah.
It's a pop culture podcast from the early aughts. Here it was bad. The Thundercats remake? I can imagine so. Sounds like it was pretty bad. You'll do that let's do it. The Impact Podcast.
I am surprised we haven't started one yet.
Alex is thinking about China. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Robo Token. That is what it's called.
China, Illinois. What is that?
It was one of those Adult Swim shows. What was that? I'm old Greg. What was that one?
I don't know. I'm thinking Robot Chicken right now. I love Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken's a good one too.
Seth Green is a undervalued.
Yeah, that is the problem. Oh, the Mighty Boosh.
One,
Was that it?
no
I
one
think it was.
has
No-
time to do a podcast.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
a problem. We don't as a company. We barely have enough time for me and Bird to record our
Little
1
shorts.
minute skit, our little short, every week. Mighty Boosh, yeah. I'm all Greg. Yeah, that was that was a time because that was like pre-internet when everybody in school would like hone in on the same thing.
I feel like there was
Like
a
Dave
time-
Chappelle show.
I feel like there was a time with cartoons and like adult animation that like it was like there was the before the internet was huge and then after the internet where things became more topical, and that was like where they went to get their humor instead of modern day. It's everything is what's going on currently in the news plus or minus a month or two.
Yeah. I saw a YouTube video about the like decline of SNL's relevancy and how they don't make movie stars anymore.
No.
How basically Will Ferrell was the last SNL movie star. And that was way back in 1995 when he debuted, which is crazy.
I think SNL is fine.
How old were you in 1995?
I was existed. I was brought into existence in 95.
Okay. So depending on the month, you may not have been born yet.
Exactly.
I was 5. Bird says he was 20.
Oh my god.
Remember the show Drawn Together? Oh, dude, I loved Drawn Together. Drawn Together was awesome.
Which one? I feel like I've seen Drawn Together.
It was like Big Brother, but they were all drawn. It was an animation. It was animated.
Oh, it was like
The elf's name's Alex. I love that show.
this is like off-brand cartoon characters, right?
Yeah,
Like this is a Betty
He's ba-
Boop
yeah, and then Alex was basically
Superman or whatever.
I don't know the elf.
Oh,
He was basically Link,
interesting.
except he talked, which yeah. Not getting into that one.
Oh no. This has to go on YouTube. We can't get into that one, Tempered.
All right, so preordain.
Hey guys, we're playing Magic. Did you know that? There's a game of Magic. I mean, this is the Dimir matchup. If you are interested in the matchup, you could have turned the audio off and probably kept on to what's going pretty well. We don't need to announce to you what's going on.
I think like 40% of YouTube videos are watched without sound
Without
anyway.
audio?
So
Really?
they just
I-
subtitles.
Oh,
Subtitles is like a huge thing on YouTube.
I just do whenever I watch.
And
It's
back
just-
to the game, exactly,
it's just-
Bird.
I usually just watch
Just kill the
with the
vibe.
audio. It's like a background noise thing.
Yeah.
I think he's just mean to people, anyways. Surgical.
Surgical extraction. Hey,
that
look!
the,
Hey, look! Surgical distraction.
Oh my gosh. Was this a That's the buy box promo, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna counterspell it. You're gonna kind of counterspell the counterspell.
Oh,
we got more. We got more. Well, Chris can't cast a counterspell because he has fetch land, swamp up.
Well, you know,
There's no harbinger. I checked this time. Sorry, everyone.
sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Yeah, no harbinger this time. He still wouldn't be able to cast it because he's got a swamp.
Oh my gosh, it wouldn't matter anyways.
When that art for surgical came out, I was like, ugh.
I think the original
I
art,
was like, this doesn't even look like a magic card, and now look what we've got.
literally not magic cards in the magic.
Literally.
We got SpongeBob counterspell.
But that's the best art on
I
any
love
magic
that
card
one.
ever.
Shout out to
So,
Kevlin for having 4 of the
foils.
goofy art one or foils, but he also has the like weird, like the text ones. I have 4 of the. I have 4 foils. They're just not. I'm not going to buy the $150. They're like 150 or something for those.
I do like the fact that we have so many different arts of so many different cards because it kind of kills the idea of like, would you play Magic if it was just text on a white piece of cardstock?
Yeah,
If every single card was like that,
I think it would take a lot out of it. I think it would make.
people wouldn't get into the game because the whole point, or at least whenever I started playing, was like these cool fantasy creatures and elves and all the very cool art.
I will say I remember cards by their art more than sometimes than like their name.
Say that again.
I will, if you show me a card, I will remember what the card does by its art rather than the name sometimes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you just told me a name, I have no idea. But like you show me the art, I'm like, oh, I know what this card does because like you kind of, when you look at a card, you read it down and you kind of take a second at the art, look at the artwork.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, I think the art evokes more emotion.
I think it also kind of shows you what the card does.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, they've
Oh,
made
for sure.
cards they've made cards that the art and the card don't really match up to like what it does.
Yeah.
And it feels bad. Here comes a big old Urky Murky.
Stayed due to feeling wanderlust for land art on a few occasions. Who's gonna win?
I mean,
At this point, looking like
Chris. Oh, we forgot to
Chris.
put the win marker up. Chris won the first game, right?
Yes. We win. That's right.
You put it on the mic, buddy.
Oh no.
And there's a handshake.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right, so the curse continues for Mike. He said right before this match that he's been having a rough time with his on-camera matches, but I was like, hey, Kelso just broke his curse. Maybe you can. But unfortunately, not the case.
Welcome to your matches. It's rough.
Yep, cointoss.match. Thank you all so much for joining us. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching live, we've got, I'll have that match up in the meantime. But if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell icon and set it to all so you don't miss out on content like this. Make sure, whether you're watching on any platform, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. Probably any of the cards you saw played. We have at least one copy in stock right now. And then go follow us on all of our social media platforms, especially TikTok and YouTube, because me and Mike make shorts every single Thursday and put them up on Friday, and they're hilarious. And if you want to hear me talk like Gollum, like I was earlier, you can go check that out. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you. Don't go anywhere if you're watching live. We've got more content just like this.
See ya.
Adios, everyone.